Before we get started on this video, I wanted to thank you all for, coming here and, I guess, enjoying my video if you must. You don't have to enjoy it if you don't want to, of course, I'm not forcing you. But, thanks for clicking on the video, guys. You're great. You're fantastic. And I just want to say I highly appreciate you guys for clicking on this, on, this entire web named YouTube. And thanks, I just wanted to say that, so let's get on to the video, boys. Adios. Stands are fictional entities that the owner utilizes to prosper in Jojo's Bizarre Adventure, the anime series. But what defines a stand? According to the third part of Jojo's, a stand is a physical manifestation of your soul and spirit hidden deep in the mind, right? But how do you gain a stand? Alright? You gain a stand most notably through a stand arrow, or more rarely, by birth. The stand arrow, the reason it can give you a stand is because it's filled with the virus that came flowing down from a meteor in the mid-19th century, and that's the origin of stands, right? That doesn't explain how you can get them at birth, though, which I am very confused, but that's a topic for another video. So, now that I explained the origins of stands and what they are, right? Let's get to the main topic. How do they work? As I've discussed earlier, stands are projected entities from the mind, right? But you may ask, how do they work? There's some basic principles that every stand must follow, but note that this may change over time, as JoJo is an ongoing series and Hirohiko Araki, the creator, has literally no limits to what part of lore he can change, and more or less change the whole fucking universe. Well, if you want to know the basic principles, more or less, they're that the stands have literally a range to where how far they can go from the user. I mean, their power level depends on the user's mind and will. They can't be seen by non-stand users. And here's some fucking mind-fucking shit, right? A human cannot touch a stand, but a stand can touch the physical world, right? So it's basically, I can't touch a stand, right? But the stand can touch me, and that can lead to some very, very messed up shit. So it's not vice versa, right? And after thinking for a while, when I was relaxing and watching some JoJo's, I asked myself, what's the science behind a stand? Then I thought, I should make a fucking crappy YouTube video about this. So I conjured up my own sense of not canon rules and principles based on the already existing stand system. So I was watching a clip, right? Part 4. There's a scene where Jotaro, a character in this part that is heavily wounded, right? Has to fight against the antagonist because he literally turned someone into a donut. And after beating the living crap out of him, he falls unconscious. And I came up with a working theory that is basically stupid and that can be proven false very easily. But you know what? Whatever, I wanted to share it. And this theory basically explains how stands work in a more scientific, mythological way, right? And so I made a estimated assumption out of the research, note the quotation marks, after watching JoJo, that stands are in another dimension. Here, let me hear this out, right? My theory is that stands consume energy from the user, the heightened brain thought, and the virus is the middleman, right? So, here, let me explain this, right? You see how adrenaline, it's a hormone sent from the body sent from the brain throughout all the body, my bad, that heightens your sense of mind. And I think that that's how this stance work, right? The virus kind of fucks up the brain and tells it to send a hormone to, make it all extra thick in knowledge and, what you call it, alertness, so that, you know, it could affect stand. And what I was thinking of was like, hear me out. Stands are in another dimension, right? From humans. But the virus, once you get it in you, heightens the brain enough to where, through some mythological way, it can connect the two universes very, very, very smallly. By smallly, I mean in a small way, but just enough to where you can control the stand, right? And so, after thinking of this, I was like, oh, that's pretty stupid, but what if I went further into it? So I look at a clip in part 5, right? And Polnareff, after injecting his stand with the Requiem arrow, causes his stand, Silver Chariot, to gain a new ability slash being enhanced, which is basically what the Requiem arrow does, right? This ability is the ability to switch souls. Souls are a major part of Jojo throughout all the series, and it's been confirmed that there's a canonical afterlife in Jojo. And I applied my theory into, this scene. What I thought was the Requiem arrow enhanced the ability of a stand into merging dimensions tightly, like tighter than they were before, basically strengthening the middleman. As I've established, to me the virus is being able to tighten the gap between both dimensions slightly, merging them with the factor of souls. I feel like this supported my theory in some way, right? As once you hit the Requiem arrow, it enhances the virus and sends further signals to another dimension, where the merge between dimensions become tighter and blurred, right? Where you can literally do some weird shit and basically destroy the whole world. And I don't really think my theory is highly accurate, at most 15% accurate, but I think it could, be canonical, maybe something like that could happen, but it could very easily be disproven, and I just really wanted to share my dumb opinion on the internet, right? So, like, I mean, thanks for listening, and like please drop a like or something if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to. I'm not forcing you, buddy. Have a nice day, ladies, gentlemen, and others. Adios. Hey, ladies and gentlemen and others. I just wanted to say for the outro that I'm sorry for this crappy video. I did it in a rush. And if you enjoyed the video, then please go follow my Instagram, the @ sign, and then there's that underscore random underscore dumbass 1999. Like, it's a bit edgy, but like, if you must, I put some dumb memes there, and I'll probably post a story or two to see how I'm doing, because, I'm going to Mexico, and I just in a rush. Alright, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Adios.